Over 1 crore children in India are estimated to be on the autism spectrum, and the numbers only seem to be rising with each passing day. When G. Vijay Raghavan, founder-CEO of Technopark Trivandrum and founder-director of National Institute of Speech and Hearing, was a member of the Planning Board of Kerala, he noticed that there was a dearth of infrastructure to support children and individuals on the autism spectrum, and decided to do something about it. CADRRE was registered as a not-for-profit organization on 30th December 2016 in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, with the support of a group of like-minded people such as K. Nandakumar of Suntech Business Solutions, UST, and the Chandarya Foundation as donor patrons. Our 5-year journey started with an initial team of 4 professionals putting together the assessment formats and the curriculum, procuring therapy and intervention tools, and looking into the design of CADRRE's first facility. Their visits to the best institutions working in autism in the US and UK and in India helped us to set the standards we had to meet and the impact that we should create. Our first offering was a free assessment clinic for autism by a team comprising of a pediatrician, occupational therapist, speech-language pathologist, and psychologist. Into its 5th year, the clinic has done around 600 detailed assessments, each taking 2 to 3 hours, guiding families to handle their child's autism diagnosis. In September 2017, CADRRE opened the doors of our first center, the Autism School, a 4,000 square feet rental property in the heart of Trivandrum city, repurposed and redesigned to offer a full-day intervention program in a school setting to children from the age of 2 years to 18 years by an interdisciplinary team of speech-language pathologists, occupational therapists, psychologists, educators, art and music teachers, a pediatrician, and an Ayurveda physician. The team, along with the parents, evaluate and draw out an individualized education plan for each child, which is implemented and monitored periodically. Group sessions are encouraged to facilitate social interactions and communication. Parents and other caregivers form an integral part of the CADRRE model. They are taught through training modules developed by CADRRE to understand and manage their child's autism. The center has landscaped gardens, a butterfly garden, sensory walkways, and a sensory wading pool, a sensory room, aviary, a toy library, and well-thought-out classrooms that suit the needs of the children. Each day begins for the children at 8:30 a.m., assembling in the common hall to dance to the wake-up song, greet their friends, and a session of yoga. Students then move into their respective classes for sessions in speech therapy, occupational therapy and life skills, social skills, academics, art, and music. Children who are inclined to academics are taught grade-level curriculum with the aim to mainstream them into regular inclusive schools. We grew rapidly to 12 students and 19 staff members by the end of our first academic year, and now in our 5th year to over 50 students and 40 professionals supported by 20 support staff. CADRRE's second center was a natural progression of wanting to accommodate older children on the spectrum. It began operations in June 2019, again from a vintage building in a beautifully landscaped campus in the heart of the city. Besides the landscape gardens, sensory walkways, sensory room and aviary, this center also has an activities of daily living room and an art studio where vocational skills such as block and screen printing, soap making, decoupage, cooking and pottery are taught to the children. Functional academics, yoga, music therapy, art therapy, dance and movement therapy along with conventional therapy are also provided. CADRRE is much more than an organization. It is not the buildings that we base our operations on, nor is it the people committed to our cause. It is an idea which extends beyond these walls, an idea that everyone deserves a helping hand. which is why we started offering intervention programs for school-going students. Parents are not just the primary caregiver of a child. They are also a child's closest companions. And CADRRE aims to empower them to be their child's primary therapists. The Parent-mediated Intervention Program was launched in September 2022 and is supported by donations raised by CADRRE and thus free of cost to deserving families. We think ahead for our students in the Autism School when they transition out of the school system, for some of whom higher education is not an option. Our Employability Training Program equips young adults on the autism spectrum in the age group of 18 to 24 who have finished higher secondary school with the skills required to be employable. CADRRE was able to receive support for the project from SBI Cards and Payment Services Limited, thus making the 9 to 12 months of training free to our trainees. Our efforts were validated when at the end of their Level 2 training, 2 trainees were recruited as paid interns by Ernst & Young at their Trivandrum campus. We will ensure the success of the recruitment by offering Catalyst training to their EY teammates, and EY will in turn help with curriculum development for the training of future batches. Identifying children at risk for autism early would make them benefit the most from early intervention. The Pay Autention project, launched in April 2022 by the Tata Power Community Development Trust in partnership with CADRRE, seeks to increase the awareness about autism among health professionals, Anganwadi workers and teachers, and thus enable them to identify the early signs. Through a web portal with videos curated by CADRRE on awareness about the early signs of autism and about different types of intervention required, and a toll-free phone helpline manned by CADRRE for first-level support to parents and caregivers. Young adults with autism, when provided with the right tools, guidance, resources and therapies, can become the best version of themselves and productive members of society. In April 2022, CADRRE started the Artism Studio, supported by Vishal Nevatia, Managing Partner True North, and K. Nandakumar, Founder and CEO Suntech. The Artism Studio aspires to discover and tap into the artistic potential of young adults with autism, help them refine it and build upon it through training them on art and decoupage and glass bottle upcycling to begin with. The products crafted by them will be put on display at the studio, and the sale of these products will earn them royalty, the credit and acceptance they deserve. The studio also has a training kitchen where the trainees are taught culinary skills and to prepare snacks and serve them to guests at a training cafe. Through having co-working spaces and a space for conducting small events, the Artism Studio encourages visitors to come and interact with the trainees and become aware of neurodiversity. The International Autism Conference, organized by CADRRE in 2018 and 2019, brought together the best minds and expertise from around the world with the objective of creating a pool of experts from diverse fields working in the area of autism for knowledge sharing, exchanging ideas and promoting collaboration to provide better facilities for individuals on the spectrum. In 2019, CADRRE had enlisted the services of KPMG as part of their CSR initiative to draw up a 5-year project plan for CADRRE. The project that worked out to be 490 crore rupees envisions a 25 to 30 acre self-sustainable campus on the outskirts of Trivandrum city, offering services for autism through the lifespan, from assessment and diagnosis, early intervention, primary and secondary schooling, higher education and capacity building of professionals, to research and assisted living. We will work with conviction towards bringing this vision to fruition. We invite you to be a part of our journey.